Hello and good evening. My name is Asia Kelly, and today I will be doing my historical project on Hasely Joachim Crawford. Hasely Crawford was born on August 16, 1950, in San Fernando, Trinidad. He was the seventh of 11 children born to Lionel Crawford and Phyllis Holder. Growing up, Hasely Crawford was raised in poverty. He typically did odd jobs around the house to help his parents so that he can gain money in order to join his friends for different activities. At the age of 7, he came to discover his speed when he was racing his schoolmates in San Fernando Boys Government Primary School yard. His talents were spotted by his physical education teacher named Horace Williams. His teacher began to arrange for him to join the Brooklyn Sports Club in San Fernando. At the age of 14, his father sadly passed away. Knowing that his family was destitute, Hasely had to go with Plan B instead. This was going to Sando Tech, where he worked very hard and he received all his passes within 3 years. Hasely was one of the first 5 people who was accepted into Texaco for a special apprenticeship for 2 years. The apprenticeship included a sports program, meal plan, proper training, and time off to study so that he can hone his racing skills. Whilst attending Texaco, Hasely was lucky to meet a man that would later change his life, his coach, with his name being Wilton Jackson. Over the years that Hasely would train with him, he would improve his stride, form, stamina, and ways of eating. Hasely cut out all forms of alcohol, any sort of meat, or any foods that would upset his performance. With all his training with Wilton, Hasely decided to attempt a race in 1969 at the pre-Central American and Caribbean Game Trials. Sadly, his training wasn't enough and he wasn't able to catch up. However, in Palo Seco, at his second race, Hasely was able to cross the finish line first. In the years from 1970 up until 1976, Hasely had competed in a lot of races. In 1970, he competed in 3 races where he won first place in the Southern Games Trinidad, 5th place at the CAC Games Panama, and 3rd place at the British Commonwealth Games Edinburgh, Scotland. In 1971, he won first place at the CAC Championships in Jalapa, Mexico. 1973, he won first place in AAU Championships Madison Square Gardens, USA. In 1975, he won first place at the NCAA Championships in Utah, USA. 1975, he also won first place in Indoor Dash, Cobo Hill, Michigan. In 1975 as well, he has won a silver medal in the Pan American Games, Mexico City. In 1971, though he was able to achieve all these accomplishments, he was involved in a car wreck where he damaged his sciatic nerve. His doctor told him that he would not be able to walk properly, far less run for a while. Hasely persevered and he did not let this diagnosis be the end of his career. He began physiotherapy and started training just as hard again, when in 1972 Olympics, he was in the finals of the men 100-meter race. He had won all of the major American titles, NCAA indoors and outdoors. He was ready for the gold that day. His biggest competitors were Borzov and the Americans. They called Borzov the Great White Hope, and he thought that he'll show them. He started off with a big bang, but his impatience cost him his win. In 1976, Hasely was ready for the Montreal Olympics. Though he was on his road being a jockstrap that he asked his friend for, he still worked with the new thing being the socks and something borrowed as blue being the pants and the piping of the TNT socks. This made him ready for the race. Because of Hasely Crawford, 1976 has become historically important in Trinidad and Tobago, as this was the year that we won our first gold medal in the Olympics. Hasely remained a lone gold medalist for 36 years up until 2012. Hasely's importance to the country lies in the first gold medal that he was capable of winning for us. To me, he was the first man to show the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to continue to push forward, and though you may not get the support that you wish, it does not stop you from accomplishing your goals. In 1978, for his astounding performance in the Montreal Olympics, Hasely Crawford was bestowed the Trinity Cross, known as the highest honor in our country. Nowadays, it is known as the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. In 1996, the priorly known Trinidad and Tobago's National Stadium was officially renamed the Hasely Crawford Stadium. This was to display recognition for Hasely's contributions to athletics and his status as an Olympian champion. The stadium was named in his honor, and ever since it has been a venue for various athletic activities that proves and provides a symbol of commitment to the development of the country's sport implement. For recent days, Hasely now has a wife by the name of Paula Alexander Crawford, a son by the name Harlan Crawford, and a daughter, Haley Crawford. After his win, he became the head of community relations at the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited, also known as NGC. Hasely has ensured that a number of national sporting, training, and cultural programs have been successfully executed. He was instrumental in the conceptualization of NGC's Right on Track program, used to teach the fundamentals of track and field to the young people throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I hope this would have helped you learn a lot and that you understand the importance of Hasely Crawford's history in Trinidad and Tobago.